Hi, this is TT. I'm doing Chloe's hair today. Chloe's 10 years old and she has longer than waist length hair, and that's kind of our focus is long styles for long hair, especially on children. Now, like I said, she's 10 years old, but her hair is the texture and weight of an adult's hair, and I'm going to show you a hairstyle today, and I'm just going to get started. Now this is, she's let her bangs grow out. Now her hair is a little bit wavy today because we've had it twisted up, but normally her hair is straight as a board, and we're just going to measure from her ear up on both sides. This gives us a nice amount for her weight of hair to, it's not half of her hair, it's just the top portion of her hair. And we're just going to smooth it back. Now this hairdo would be good for just about anything you needed to go to. Now I sometimes use these little bitty elastic ties, and we're just going to pull it up. We're going to make it snug but not too tight, but we want it to stay in place. Now if you notice, I have not tightened this to where it's up so hard that the part shows. That's a distraction on any hairdo. You don't want that part to show. If you have to pull on the elastic or the rubber band, and we recommend that you use these elastics or cloth covered, or these little plastics like this, because they come out of the hair gently and they don't tear it up. And I'm going to have her tilt her head. So we're just going to bring all her hair together, and today we're going to have her look to one side, and we're going to pull this as a low pony way over to the side. Now we're not going to go way down on the neck with it like that. We're going to kind of keep it at the nap, or the nape as some people call it, and we want it to be behind her ear to the side. And I'm using one of the stiffer rubber bands for this part because the most hair. And again, I'm just pulling it to the side. I want it to be off center. Now what I've done is just from a spool of dollar store or wherever you get your ribbons. This is just a shiny ribbon. You could use the gross gain, would be beautiful in this, but she's got on black and white today. So the reason I cut it this length, I took from her rubber band, took one end, and I wanted to make sure it went the length of her ponytail. Let me do it from this side. The length of her ponytail, and then I'm going where I stopped. I'm going back to the ponytail, and I want to go about half again the length of her ponytail. That's one side. So then I just doubled it to get my double side, and I have evened it out. And what I'm going to do, I've got it held right here in the middle, and I'm just going to take, while I'm holding it with my fingers, I'm going to slide down one side about half, so a quarter of the way. I want to go from the rubber band up. So I'm just going to pull one loop of her ponytail holder up, and I'm going to slip the ribbon under, and I'm pulled that, and it's just going to rest on the top of her head while I do the rest of the do. Now I'm going to do a regular braid, just sectioning it into 3 parts, and you braid it however you braid. I learned how to braid underhanded, which is considered inside out, reverse, and some people say just plain wrong, but it's the way I learned, so it's the most comfortable for me. You do this braid however it's easiest for you, a simple braid. Keeping the ribbon in the middle. I started with the middle. See, I've got 3 sections. I've got the ribbon just nicely laying down on the center. I'm going to start way high, and I'm just going to begin braiding, and I'm going to let that ribbon do whatever it wants to do. Wherever it goes is fine. I'm just going to try to keep it to where it shows Okay, Chloe, if you'll stand up high on your knees. I'm getting down to the, I don't want to pull this braid real tight, but I don't want it to be super loose either. Just a nice medium braid. But when I get towards the end, I do loosen up because I don't want it to be so much thinner than what's at the top. So I do loosen some towards the bottom. And I go down as far as I can to keep as many of the wispies in place from the ends. And again, I'm just going to use one of these little tiny elastic ties. I think we got a package of 1,000 of them for $1.99. Oh, just any department store, the Dollar Tree, or any place. You use what you have, but here I like it to be something small and out of the way, and those just work great for that. Now you see I've got the ribbon from her ponytail. It's braided down, and then I have about the same amount from her ponytail holder that's resting on her head I have at the end. So here's what we're going to do. Come down, back down. I'm going to have her tilt her head so that I can get this. I'm going to make a bun. I'm going to wrap it. I'm just going to hold the ponytail holder in place, and I'm just wrapping the braid around, but I'm not pulling it too tight. Now I've gotten to the end where the rubber band is. I'm just going to kind of tuck that in and keep going around. I've pulled the ribbon. Now I'm just a ribbon, and I'm going to leave it over here beside her ear. Now I'm holding the bun in place, and I'm using the light color bobby pins. I've got 3 or 4 of the bigger ones, and I'm going to open it. Now I'm not going to open it real wide. I'm just going to open it a little, and I'm going to catch the braid on the side of the bun closest to her head, and I'm trying, if I can, to catch the ponytail holder at the end. That does kind of help secure, and I'm going to make 3 of the larger bobby pins. It'll stay right now. Okay, look down really hard for me, and look down even harder, and I'm going to get one way up under here, and I'm just going to catch what's closest already to her head, and I'm pushing it. And if I feel it go through a ponytail holder, I'm really happy, because I know that's going to help it stay in place. Now because her hair, the weight of her hair is heavy, she's got thick long hair, I'm going to use 2 of the little small bobby pins, and I'm just using 2 or 3, and I'm just going to find a nice natural place, a crease somewhere in the braid, and I'm going to push it at an angle. I don't want to push it into her head, but I want to get it down in there to where it will help keep the bun from unraveling and just ending up with the braid straggling down. So I'm going to try to get a point down here, a little opposite of where it already went. There we go. I felt it go through a ponytail holder. Wonderful. Now we have the 2 ends of the ribbon, the piece that was resting over her head, and the piece that I have remaining at the end of the ponytail. I'm not going to pull it tight. I'm going to let it rest where it comes from. I'm tying a bow with the ends. I just made a loose knot there, and just tying a little bow, and I'm going to let the ends just rest where they will. Now with this hairdo, that's the squared up back of her head, so you can see. Now Chloe, look at the camera for me. From the front, it's just nice. If I put a little water, a little mousse or something, the little wispies would stay back, but it's just gathered here. Now what I will also do, to hide this rubber band, I'll take the same ribbon, I'll just cut off enough to tie one nice little bow. And I could have done this before, I can do it at the end, it just depends what's easiest or what I forget. And I'm just going to hide that rubber band. This is especially if we were wearing this. She's been in some weddings, and you know, if you want to be a little more elegant, have a little more razzmatazz done with you. Now you've got your black ribbon here and your black ribbon here, and it's adorable. But if she were going to school, I would just put gross gain ribbons or something that matched her outfit. I wouldn't worry about them being satin or silk or anything. And I could put a flower if she were being a flower girl, if she were in a bridesmaids, if she was an attendant, I could put a flower right here that matched her, whatever she was carrying in the wedding or whatever matched the wedding. So that's the do for today. Thanks for watching.